right, I'm recording. Okay. All right, let's clap. 1, 2, 3, clap. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, clap. All right, very, very good. Okay, so that's a plus. All right, you ready? Okay, and welcome to Wrestling, and it has been a while. As we always say, it's been a long while because there has been so much stuff since we last did an episode. It's been just ridiculous. And joining me this week is my co-host at In-Ring Art, Justin. And Justin, I mean, there's so much stuff we have not talked about. I mean, did we talk about Elimination Chamber?
Yeah, I think so. We did.
Okay, wait. Yes,
that's probably the last time we
did
recorded.
talk about that. Yes. Okay. Did we talk about New Japan Cup matches?
No.
Or AEW Revolution?
No.
Did we talk about Stardom?
No.
A lot of crazy shit has happened. Justin, since we last talked, if you can remember, what has been some of your favorite stuff? And by the way, guys, we're jumping into it right now because, we're going to do a little shorter episode. We're leave the small talk for later. We're going straight into the wrestling, by the way. And I am at Migrations, or at John Ensman. John Ensman, he is at In-Ring Art, Justin. Justin, what was some of the craziest stuff you've seen over the last couple weeks?
Well, man, I think what's standing out and is, Revolution had 2 pretty outstanding matches and an obvious match of the year candidate that's going to be there at the end, which is the Iron Man match between MJF and Bryan Danielson.
That match, man. Dude.
Insane.
That was a game changer for AEW, for a lot of stuff. I guess we could do a whole episode on that match and the thing leading up to it. Wow, just like I've seen some crazy shit in AEW, but that was truly next level.
And we were kind of criticizing the build a little bit, or not necessarily the build, but just the whole MJF kind of
the
pattern.
build, the pattern. But here's the thing, man. Okay, we're still right on that. And if it's next MJF versus Adam Cole, and he's like, Adam Cole, I'm gonna give you 5 stages of hell, then we'll know again. Like, it's really bad. But MJF should probably wrestle more, just like other feuds. Just other wrestlers like Ricky Starks and stuff. They like wrestle while they're feuding. They don't just like talk for like 6 months then wrestle. I want to see more of MJF just be wrestling through his feuds.
I mean, he's a very good wrestler. I mean, that's evident.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, he's
ridiculously good.
Yeah, and he could probably go any style he wants, to be honest. And it's very evident in that match. And it was just perfectly done. I don't know what you do with Bryan Danielson now.
So he says he's going home. I think he's going to take a few months off. And, dude, it don't. Bryan Danielson, you say, I don't know what you do with him, but he works well everywhere. So it really don't matter what you do with him.
Maybe his home is the G1. I think I read there was a tidbit I read.
He said it was a 30% chance.
There was a tidbit I read where he said that Vince was going to let him do the G1, but Tony Khan doesn't want him to do it when he was negotiating.
He asked WWE, and they.
Well, I think Vince said, "Yeah, go ahead," but Vince doesn't know what it is.
No, because if Vince said go ahead, he would have done it.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know Tony Khan says he can't afford to lose. He doesn't want to give a guy up like that for 4 to 6 weeks. But I mean, he's been without guys for 4 to 6 weeks before, and it's been fine. And Bryan Danielson hasn't consistently been, on their show for the time he's been signed with them. So
no, but he is proving all his worth and more. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, I mean, still he's in the top 5 in the world for sure, and MJF's not too far outside that.
Yeah, definitely, and these guys proving that with a very American style match, but also tons of story thrown in there and some hard hitting action, and just the story. There was like so many spots just like calling back and doing all this stuff.
And MJF can still look great, but then do that little cheating too.
Dude, I just don't know what to say about this match. We'll be discussing this versus Omega Ospreay.
Yeah, we will. And hey, you know what? And a tremendous match with Hangman Page and Jon Moxley on that card.
And we're gonna get to that.
Yeah.
But MJF versus Bryan Danielson,
we'll be talking about it at the end of the year.
Quick question, sure. Hater Ruby Soho Soraya. Did you watch the whole match? Because I don't even really remember.
That was my dog walking match when I had to take the dog out. Not because I don't really think any of them are that talented. I just haven't been following anything, and I'm just in general not a fan of multi-people matches like that. So
Jamie
Hayter's great.
But Ruby Soho is now a heel. Yeah, she's a heel.
Oh, I did see that part of it. I think I got back.
And they were like that on Rampage, which she actually cut a pretty good promo, even though she was like, "You fans caused us." Anyways, Moxley versus Page. I think a lot of people liked this one more than I did, but actually the last few bits of this match were fucking great.
Yeah. It was some great stuff with the barbed wire and stuff, and I think we've said it before, AEW may be a little too much blood in general. Especially Jon Moxley gets a cut walking out to the ring. Yeah. And obviously, the main event
even
had a lot of
Omega
blood too.
When even Omega, who's AEW, went to Japan, and they let them cut, they let them juice in Japan with Ospreay,
Yeah, that's true. Especially and blood is very rare in Japan, almost as rare as it is in WWE, and it's almost always accidental or hard way.
That made me think how I guess, let's not see too much of it. It'll become a fad, just like super kicks were years ago. DDTs became, Canadian destroyers. But it'll come and go, I guess.
I mean, the last blood I really remember from New Japan that was like obvious and, visible was when Naito accidentally hit his face on the on the ring post against Kenta. Right before the world shut down.
No, but you can never forget Kenta versus Tanahashi ladder match.
Oh yeah, that was
wasn't that one of the grossest? Dude, I loved the match, but it was good. Extremely gross. The blood like spilling all over the place.
Yeah, but none of that. That was like stuff that went wrong that cost.
No, I know. I guess we're transferring to stuff that went wrong. But Moxley versus Page
with the fork,
really everything went right for them. Forks and the finish, I will say, was fucking great. And Moxley, dude, I love Moxley. He gets in the choke and then he's all hanging in the rope and he like does this quick like panic look and then just starts tapping like immediately. It's like his acting too is so great. His selling is amazing.
He might be the most Teflon guy in wrestling right now, where a loss to anyone doesn't really hurt him. Dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know, man. He's been around for so fucking many awesome things, even when you and I started watching wrestling. So it's just exciting. Very exciting. The Guns versus the Acclaimed, Jay Lethal, Jeff Jarrett, Orange Cassidy, Danhausen. Did not watch this match or the story. You know anything about it?
I was half in and out of that one, but it was fine from what I saw.
Well, we can't talk too much about the story.
The guns are good.
I mean, look.
I'm on the fence about this whole Jeff Jarrett thing.
Well, through all this, we know this. Jeff Jarrett is going to go against Orange Cassidy for the international title very soon. Okay, so that's one. And two, FTR has come back, and they are challenging the Ass Boys for the Tag Team Championships. So that's what's going on now. Moving on, Samoa Joe versus Wardlow. Wardlow won the championship, right?
Yeah.
And has now lost it to Hobbs.
I saw some image of that. You know, Wardlow does nothing for me. I don't know about you.
Are you serious, dude?
Yeah.
Not even back when he was going against Cody Rhodes?
Meh, no, just not. I'm not like those big guys, the big muscle head, you know, kind of bland guys.
But dude, no, that's the thing. He's been in some great okay. Dude,
no, this stuff with
MJF, it don't matter if they're
good,
muscly and bland if they've had a good story.
But yeah,
and he's athletic too. He does flips off the post.
Yeah.
He does flips off the post. Just
not enough charisma for me.
Like, yeah, okay.
We
disagree big on this. Yeah. We'll have to talk about it later.
I love Samoa Joe, but just does
Wardlow don't do it.
Yeah, there's just a genericness about him, and this Braun Strowman's never done anything for me. You know, those big guys like that.
I wouldn't.
I like
them.
A little vulnerability. You know what I mean? I like guys that. You know what I mean?
He shaved his head because of something recently and said his dad talked about his dad's history with him. You know, that's a vulnerability. He's lost a bunch of matches. Anyways, let's move on to Jericho, Ricky Starks. I didn't see this one either. Actually, I think I saw this one later, and this match was awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was good. I mean, it's amazing how Jericho is can still just, you know, do anything.
And he just keeps going too, which is even crazier. You know, it's just he is who he is, and it's not that crazy when you think about it, because we are Japanese wrestling fans, and we know all sorts of guys at that age that can fucking go, even older. You know,
but can still wrestle in main event spots, and there's not that many at that age that can do that.
Dude, nah, Kojima can do it.
But
Nagata, Kojima, Nagata. What's his name?
Sure, but they're all. Yeah, I guess they're about on the same spot of the card now, but you know.
Well, no matter their card, I mean, these guys are all like main event super talents, right?
Yeah, I mean, I still think Jericho can do a 30-minute match with most guys too. I mean, he can still pretty much hang.
We'll
with
have
anyone.
to see Satoshi Kojima versus Chris Jericho, 30-minute Iron Man. So, have you seen any of the WWE programming this week?
No, I haven't. I haven't watched any WWE.
And this is a guy who said that Sami Zayn had the best story.
He did, but you know, it's just so hard. Like, what am I going to do? Watch 3 hours of Raw?
It's on YouTube. No, it's on YouTube. Every angle is on YouTube.
I mean, video. Yeah, I mean, I catch enough. I mean, I've caught enough of it where I saw, you know, Jay super kick him and stuff. You know, you get enough of the Cliff Notes to see those moments. So I have seen that. I don't know what he's going to slowly convince Kevin Owens to be his tag partner, or is he gonna,
I don't know what's happening.
Is he going to go on with a handicap match against him?
I don't know about all that, but Jay Uso recently pushed his brother away. He pushed his brother away.
But I know
up to Sami Zayn, and he hugged Sami, and then he kicked Sami in the head, and all hell broke loose. And then Cody Rhodes came out and saved.
I know that they're, you know, trying to
Cody Rhodes
separate Cody and Sami from the spots on the show.
No, they're trying to make them both heroes.
Right.
like super good guy. Yes,
but they're
like
trying
that.
to avoid the
You don't
Sammy
wanna
chance
talk
when
shit.
Cody comes out, you know?
Dude, we'll see how it goes with the Raw after WrestleMania. But the
Yeah.
problem is, dude, they are actually advertising the Raw after WrestleMania this year
Right.
as a place where the
Just Switchblade?
fans come out.
Where the Switchblade Jay White debuts?
I honestly don't know about that, bro. That would be
Well, that would be the time to do it.
I guess he could only debut there. If they put him in fucking NXT, I would probably be a little weirded out by that.
He's so...
I think putting Dragon Lee in NXT was offensive. I think that means we're going back to the old shit. Because
there's probably a few things they want him to do, but I think Jay White.
They're like, we're gonna teach him.
We've thrown the Jay White is a WWE style wrestler out there. I mean, he's a polished product ready for them. The only thing he has to do is tone down the cuss words, really, with his promos.
And he has to. Well, no, he has to learn how to also throw the fake punches instead of forearms.
And
then all your shit can't be as violent.
Yeah,
can't be doing brain busters, pile drivers.
But his pace and stuff. I mean, he's gonna, and I don't know if he's gonna be able to use his finish there. Or whatever.
Yeah, well, it's too similar to the Crossroads.
No, it's similar. It's the exact thing as Sister Abigail.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but
well, no, because he doesn't kiss them. But
it's the same move minus the kiss.
Yeah, who knows?
Same exact move.
It'll probably be some random lame ass DDT kind of variation.
But Bray Wyatt doesn't really wrestle anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Speaking of Bray Wyatt, I've heard a lot of bad stuff. It's like he's using all his story to hide from the bad wrestling. What's your take on this latest Bray Wyatt month after month thing going on?
What do you mean?
Bray Wyatt showing up on every episode, but not wrestling, and then Uncle Howdy, and then Howdy came out and fucked up the opponent. And
I'm not even aware of any of it. I know the last thing I saw was him fighting LA Knight.
Okay. Oh, in the Mountain Dew match.
In the Mountain Dew match. And then I don't know if they're doing like a Doritos match or something at WrestleMania. Are they still doing the Eli Drake thing or what?
Hey, shout outs to everybody, by the way. Not a paid sponsorship, but they got a Mountain Dew Pitch Black Zero.
Oh, a zero? Okay.
Yesterday.
Okay.
It's pretty damn good.
It's basically grape Mountain Dew, right?
Grape. I don't even know what it means to be Mountain Dew when there's 40 flavors, but it's,
right.
Yeah. Yes, there's caffeine in it. It's grape flavored. But yeah, man. Booker T on Jon Moxley bleeding. If I'm a promoter like Tony Khan and I have the ability to have the right medical treatment, the right protocols and whatnot, and I got a guy on the show that wants to do it, I'm going to let him do it. Okay. Dude, if I'm not going that hardcore, the real Booker T voice is, I'm not, it's like, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, but, I think with Moxley, it's just when it's every match. It's literally every match he's in, he bleeds.
Yeah. WWE is interested in signing the Elite. AEW wants to lock them into new long-term deals. I highly doubt, honestly, between you and I, that the Elite would leave AEW.
I heard Kenny re-signed the other day, but I could have just been bullshit.
Well, I mean, come on, dude. We thought Cody would stay. He is a former WWE person, and Bucks and Kenny are best friends. They all want to be together working.
I mean, to be honest with you, I see the point of like, oh, well, they've worked, they're getting up there and they might, and that, maybe it's time to go there and see what they can do. But at the same time, it also sounds like why would you lost the top 4 people who started the company? To me, that seems like something's not right over there.
Dude, I wouldn't leave my company if I was one of the top 4 people that started it.
Unless you had a problem with some stuff going on there.
Major problems.
Yeah.
Major problems.
So
but,
I don't see it happening.
Obviously, we know that Cody had issues. The fans, everyone's like, it's the fans' fault whenever they're a heel, but like, it really was.
I honestly
booed.
Listen, the whole world's full of shit. Cody Rhodes is full of shit. We're full of shit. But I honestly believe
I'm not.
Prove it. I feel the one point that he made that I just really believe is that he had different philosophies than those guys, and I do think it was kind of an amicable thing where he left because first of all, the character that he built there was tailor-made for a WWE audience, as we're seeing, and I think the WWE audience likes when somebody comes back, no matter who it is, from being gone for a while. When someone, so...
Well, but also the WWE audience knows that he came from AEW and did all this crazy shit.
Yeah.
And he's every time you talk to him, he's like, guess who my dad is? It's like,
well, yeah. Or
we get that.
We
get that. But they've always written that into his story in WWE. And, obviously with the bloodline, they also write family history into the story, which actually kind of makes the whole thing a little more compelling.
Well, no, yeah. That's definitely part of what's making that storyline work is, based in reality, those guys are really related and,
Yep. Hey, I have breaking news
ooh.
about Los Angeles, California.
Mm-hmm.
This news involves the Galen Center on March 31st. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
The match will be a Super Card of Honor Reach for the Sky ladder match. So, you hear that?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
I guess it's going to be a Reach for the Sky in celebration of Jay. The Lucha Brothers joined. And then who else? Wait.
Is that it? Because I know
I guess that's it.
So far.
Wow. Okay. The Lucha Brothers. Well, that's they're going to be very popular in LA.
Oh yeah, definitely. Is Jay gonna have like a mystery partner or something, or?
So they're saying no. They're saying Briscoe is still recognized as one half of the tag team champions as the company evaluated how to proceed following the passing of his brother Jay Briscoe in a January car accident. It's unclear if the titles are being vacated or if Briscoe will be in the match with the new partner on this past week's Ring of Honor TV. By the way, Justin, very good show. A few good matches on that show. Briscoe challenged and was granted a future TV title shot against Samoa Joe.
Okay.
So it's probably going to be Briscoe versus Samoa Joe, old school Ring of Honor match, and right now they're looking at the Reach for the Sky ladder match, and all we have is one tag team.
So far,
see, dude,
and Claudio's their champ, right?
Claudio versus Eddie Kingston is probably going to be the main event.
Okay,
most likely. And then they're going to have... And now a lot of people are saying also that the Athena match from this week's ROH was one of the best matches of AEW this year.
Mm-hmm. Who'd she go against?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
Willow Nightingale
versus it wasn't her. It wasn't her. Versus Nightingale. Yeah.
Okay, that's a big spot for her.
Yeah. Athena versus Willow Nightingale.
Cool.
So, yeah. Which both of them are amazing, right?
Yeah.
Very good.
Very good.
Good stuff. I also heard the Stardom show was great. I can't talk about it. I haven't seen it. I don't think you have either.
No.
One thing I want you to talk about before we get out of here is the New Japan stuff.
Yeah, New Japan Cuppage.
Yeah, so why don't you go over some of your memorable matches? I have only seen Finley versus, what was it? Ishii.
Yeah.
And that was fucking wild.
I just finished watching Yoshihashi and Kyle Fletcher and Suedo, friend of the show, Aaron Hanare and Shingo Takagi.
No way.
And both very good matches. And, especially you got Kyle Fletcher beating Yoshihashi to probably set up an eventual defense for Bishamon against Aussie Open.
Okay.
And Aaron Hanare with a huge win.
So that's what I heard. Huge win from Aaron Hanare. Was it bigger than facing Kenny Omega and Okada?
But I'm talking about a win for him. Outside of
who did he beat?
Tana at the G1. Shingo. He beat Shingo.
Okay.
So that puts him in the mix for something.
Was it a good match though?
It was good. It was a really good, hard hitting match.
Good.
Probably the best match he's had. Singles match.
You know what? Hanare, he's super cool, man. He's super good.
No, he is.
And he's educated and he understands the game. And I would like to see him level up a little bit. He's a fun guy to watch, and just like Omega, he's got references.
Yeah, he's definitely different. He kind of blends that. He has kind of a Muay Thai style.
With that Polynesian look, too, though.
Yeah. And he's a good striker. And it's good to see a bit of kind of some new guy. I wouldn't really call him new because he's been around for a while.
Well, he's a pushed.
Yeah. Yeah, a fresh push.
So,
yeah.
So what else did you see?
Let's see. I did see David Finlay come out and dye everything black and come out as a member of the Bullet Club, which was interesting. And it seems like they're brewing something between him and El Phantasmo. Not getting along.
Of getting along or fighting?
Not getting along. El Phantasmo was a little critical of him being selected to be in Bullet Club. And there's been some social media stuff with that.
Well, look, every time there's a new Bullet Club leader, it's a massive push for the guy. But is he a
leader necessarily?
Well, I guess we'll figure that out, right? But it looks like it because we have who's supporting him, right? It's Ghetto.
Ghetto, yeah.
And I don't think there's any doubt that Ghetto has eyes for the champion.
Is Juice Robinson still in Bullet Club? Could we have a reunion of
He is in Bullet Club, but he does not get paid by New Japan.
So weird.
It's pretty dumb. Well, never mind. Whatever.
So weird. I love Juice, but I don't know what the deal is.
Well, that's just thank Tony Khan for that. He's like, yo, you can play your same character you played in Japan. Just play it here, and now I'll put you in.
I mean, I understand, Juice's approach is probably, I want to stay home for a while. I don't want to be going to Japan anymore. Stay close to my wife. I get it. But it's almost like it's character suicide in a way. Like, he did have an ROH match.
Not really.
Where he was in the Samoa Joe.
He can probably work fucking 2 or 3 times a year.
He'll be back in Japan
and make a little cash. They'll put him in ROH.
What happened if he never had that appendix thing?
Well, I don't know what would happen.
I
don't know what would happen if he never move to Japan.
That's true. He was one of those guys that was a resident, right? He was a young lion, technically.
Yes.
So
But
weird.
so was Finley, and so was Jay
White.
White. And you know what? So was Hiromu Takahashi. And a lot of those boys go on to do different stuff.
Yeah.
The Gaijins that came out of there, it's very interesting. We'll see what Clark Connor does. We know that Fredericks is gone. And what's his name? Gecko Moria now?
Eddie Thorpe.
Ed Thorpe.
Yeah, kind of a playoff of Jim Thorpe, I guess, if you're looking for famous Native Americans for 1,000, Alex.
He's like, I did a DJ set about Eddie Kingston, and then I read a magazine about Jim Thorpe. Call me Eddie Thorpe.
But Carl Fredericks, that name sounds like an old man that lives down the street from you, you know?
Yeah, but is it his real name, though?
I think Carl Fredericks was his shoot name, because I don't think you two use a name like Carl if you're under 50 years old. It's not a bad name.
Look, if you're being real, it's not that bad. Otherwise, you're going to be called Kalen Family.
Yeah, we could do a whole episode on wrestlers' real names and find a lot that would be better than their shoot names.
Carl Fredericks, Clark Connors. What about? I mean, you got Coughlin, and we all had to learn Coughlin. It took us all a year. Everyone said Coughlin for the first year.
Is Clark Connors that his real name? Well, anyways,
Clark Connors. Yeah. So no, but the Young Lions. We were talking about those Young Lions,
right.
And yeah, sounds, dude. I'm excited to watch more of the New Japan Cup. I did think that I really liked the new Bullet Club leader. It was exciting.
And don't forget, we got Naito beating, was it not Taichi? El Phantasmo. That was a really good match. And also El Phantasmo and Naito. Oh, I just said that. Taichi and Sonata was really good. And that was a very interesting match, too. I heard that
Yujiro and Umino was like low tier.
Oof. Shota, I like him, and he's going to be great, but first of all, Yujiro in these matches...
got work to do, bro.
Yujiro is... Man.
He gave up.
He's done, man. I mean, I don't really think they got to put someone else in those spots. There's a lot of guys.
Man, if I was Shota Umino, I'd be like, man, since you're my senpai, can you please help me structure my match? And that was your mistake, because Yujiro would probably be like, all right, boy,
I think
here's what we're going to do.
Yujiro's got to join the likes of Dick Togo and, Ghetto, and just be a manager and maybe wrestle mixed tag, in those multi-man tags, and that's it for him.
I think he needs to join the likes of Muto.
And retire?
Anyways, so...
Well, anyway, the Taichi match against Sonata was great. Sonata won, which is, we're all seeing what they do with that, but the way they structure the match, the story with, Taichi, because what's been the one thing that we always complain about Sonata is there's no emotion, there's no, aggressiveness.
Yeah, but that's never going to change too much.
Well,
he has his feuds.
He had some of that fire come out during the match because of Taichi taunting him. So I mean, it was a really good match.
Well, I mean, he's
definitely one of the better matches of the Cup so far.
Well, good for him.
Good for him.
I'm excited to see more. It sounds really fun so far. Did you hear about Rey Mysterio?
Is he going to be in the Hall of Fame? Is that what they announced?
He is, but my question is, does the Hall of Fame matter much or a lot?
Maybe they can just have something for Dominic to attack him at before WrestleMania.
They just do it as a... That's true. Just an angle.
I mean, might
Dude,
as well.
I would be scared, though, because you got to think, if Dominic runs and tries to tackle Rey, then FTR will probably come out and try to beat the fuck out of Dominic.
That would be an interesting... Or they just go against the kayfabe that night, and he inducts him like a wonderful son.
That'd be nice. But didn't they say that what's his name? Mick Foley was about to announce someone too. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that Mick is supposed to induct somebody, but that person has yet to be revealed.
Muto. No, I don't know.
Do they have a thing with each other? I mean, Muto should get in.
I don't
think so.
I don't know if they've ever wrestled. If someone could find that out, please tell us.
Well, I'm just trying to think in my head. Terry Funk's in the Hall of Fame, right? I mean...
That would be... Yeah, I mean, he needs the money, bro. But I think he's in the Hall of Fame. Terry Funk, WWE Hall of Fame. I don't know.
In 2013. In 2013, Funk... Oh, he inducted Mick Foley.
Dude, in 2000...
Funk along with his brother Dory. 2009.
2009.
And he was inducted by Dusty Rhodes. Okay, there you go. But maybe it was the Funks. Maybe he goes in separately now. Who knows?
Well, we only know as much as we know about the Canadian wrestler that's wrestling this week on Dynamite.
Okay. Who's that?
Do you know who's wrestling?
Abdul the Butcher.
You think that Abdullah the Butcher is going to wrestle Jade Cargill? What?
They both have boobs.
Such a thing. Yeah, that's true, actually. I think they're saying it's going to be Taya Valkyrie, by the way.
Oh, okay. Cool.
They say that she's coming out of Impact. And then...
She's John Morrison or whatever, Johnny Mundo, Johnny Dynamite, whatever he goes by.
Yeah.
That's his wife.
But she's also been a long-standing wrestler.
Oh, no, she's great.
Yeah. Been around. Yeah, she's been around, as he has as well. By the way, he will be actually fist fighting or boxing, as we call it, this year.
John
this
Morrison?
Summer
or Abdul the Butcher?
Yes. No. Well, they each other. No, it's
Abdul
just going to be
Butcher versus John Morrison in a fist fight.
Yeah. No, it's going to be Johnny Mundo, or excuse me, Johnny
fist fight.
Boxing. Yeah.
Johnny boxing.
He's going to be doing the YouTube celebrity boxing matches. Now, I will tell you, most of these are terrible. This one is the summer one is a really good-hearted. It's called Creator Clash. It's a good-hearted, basically, fandom convention.
Was it him versus like Hasbullah or something?
I wish it was, but I have no. I don't remember. It's just Johnny Mundo and Creator Clash.
Against who?
Yeah, that's what I have to find out.
Oh, okay.
Creator Clash 2. Yeah, okay. It's Creator Clash 2. The first one sold out. They did it at the Florida Central Arena or something like that. In Tampa? Okay, yeah. And so let's see. It's Fitz versus I Did a Thing. Okay, most people don't know these guys because they are YouTubers, but that's fine. Dad versus AB.
Is he gonna fight Mr. Beast?
Dude, no, I don't think he's going to. Okay, John Randall Hennigan versus Harley. Okay, now Harley last year won and is like 6, so it's gonna be a freak fight because Harley is like 6'5" and weighs like 300 pounds.
Why does a guy like John Morrison have to stoop to this level of
boxing?
Trash.
I don't think he has to, but honestly, this convention is pretty fun, and this is not trash. I'm gonna tell you straight up, this one boxing thing, they make you train in boxing for a year, and then they have like all these medical people there and all this stuff, and it's like
I don't think he's above this kind of stuff.
Well, here's the thing. This YouTuber dad, who he's a huge fan of, he followed him there last year. He went and watched Dad because he supported him because he was a fan of the channel. And Dad won the match in 5 seconds.
Who the hell is Dad? What are you talking about?
Dad, the YouTuber. Last year at Creator Clash, Dad knocked out the fucking opponent in like 5 seconds.
There's a YouTuber named Dad?
Well, he's changed his name to Man, but yes. There's way more to talk about that than I'm willing to go on this.
I just feel like an old person right now, and I even less so as I saw someone on Twitter say, "Here's the lineup for Coachella," and you're starting at 100, and then for every band that you do know, you get to take a year off, and that's your age. And I swear I got like 7 that I've ever even heard of that were at Coachella. So I'm like 93 years old.
No, but that's not unnormal. That's not abnormal because most bands that play at festivals are fucking unknown little indie
Coachella
groups.
is,
Even at Coachella, dude, even the top 10 bands are like, yeah.
Well,
like, under that, it's like
I knew Bad Bunny,
the Dignots, the Freaky Deakies, the Wallpapers, Beetlebug. You're like, who the fuck is that?
I mean, I knew 7, and I don't like. I've never heard. I just don't listen to stuff anymore. So that's a whole other story. But maybe it's just something that
you don't.
John Morrison fighting a YouTuber named Dad. I mean, that sounds like
he was with him last year and chilling with him. And Dad is super cool. Look, I'll send you a little infotainment guide on email. Because I think it's interesting. And you watch pro wrestling, so for you to come back and tell me, like, this weird shit is not interesting.
Hey, man.
Like, just wait a second.
This is just something that's been going on since the 20s or whatever. This is like a real thing. This is a real thing. This is a
boxing's been going on since
the 1800s. I mean, I don't need to see, well, we won't see it again, but what am I going to, like Screech versus Bonaducci or something like that? I mean, that's not the kind of stuff.
See, that's what I'm trying to tell you. And I mentioned this earlier. It is a much more professional group. They are.
Who did Mike Tyson fight a couple years ago?
Buster Douglas.
No, it wasn't Buster Douglas.
Actually, he fought.
Was it Roy Jones or something?
Yeah, and he beat his ass.
But I mean, I don't know. These whole
but now you're just mentioning random boxing matches.
I'm just not a boxing guy either.
Okay, you're not a boxing guy.
I don't know.
I love boxing. I like MMA. I like pro wrestling. I like the whole knock 'em out, let's go. But I get you. It's not your thing, brother.
I don't know.
And at that, we will end this episode.
Really?
He says, I don't.
Really? Okay, let's do it. 45 minutes.
Figure why not?
Yeah.
Just do a short one.
Yeah, let's do it.
Thanks, guys, for so much.
Thank you. And we just had a couple weeks ago away from some pretty fun stuff, right?
We had a quick fun one tonight. A couple weeks away. Name the date. Say the place, brother.
March 31st at Button Mash on Sunset in Los Angeles, California, adjacent to Dodger Stadium. From it says 1 to 6:30, but I don't know if we'll be there the whole time, but we'll definitely be there at 1. I will
be going, I won't tell you specifics, but I will be in the Galen Center after that for a show. If you know the show, you can hit me up on Twitter at John Ensman. If you want to meet up, anything like that. You guys have a great day. Anything else you want to say, Mr. Justin In-Ring Art?
Just keep an eye out on at In-Ring Art on Instagram and Twitter for some updates.
Stuff coming.
Yeah, got stuff coming. Yes, sir.
Right. That we will see you guys later.